Shashank, in terms of the political narrative now, where and how do you see it now changing for Donald Trump after this attack now? Strong statements being made over there in terms of his body language, goes to the ground but is quick to get up. Then, he with his clenched fist, he pumps the air as well. How do you see things changing and shaping up for him going forward?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, as you were mentioning, I think the body language plays a great deal, has a great deal of importance here, because when you look at the body language, I think it's going to show that he's someone who's tough. You already see that narrative coming out all across social media. If you're looking at the American political narrative, that people are saying, look, he's tough, he's bleeding from the ear, but he's still managing to pick himself up. He's talking about, he's been quickly treated. He's made a statement. So it shows that, he's gone to great lengths to show that, look, he's not someone who's going to be phased or set back by this. So the statement has already come out. He's obviously going to, like I said, head into the Republican National Convention in a couple of days if he's medically fit to do so. So as you can see, for him, in general, in the past in American politics, we have seen assassination attempts before, and they have politically led to a bump in support for a particular candidate. So that has happened in the past. Trump may experience that. Politically, that could, of course, I am getting slightly ahead of myself here, but it could also lead to political benefits for him, because he's demonstrated that he's strong, he's vital, and that contrasts very strongly with President Biden's brand at this point in time, which is that he's weak and slightly more frail. So I think the contrast could not be stronger if I were an American voter here today.
All right. Yes, you make very valid points, Shashank. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out for him. Is it something that gives him political mileage or not? We'll get those answers in due course. But let me go back to Lenka, who stays with us on this chat. Lenka, if as far as questions being asked of the security forces are concerned, are there any calls being now made from pertinent leaders in the United States in terms of responsibility that the security forces should be taking, or any resignations, let's say, for that matter?
I would say definitely necessary to mention again Elon Musk, who has been a strong advocate for free speech and security here in the United States. He has called for resignation of the security services who were guarding or not guarding, in this case, former President Trump. Also, we have the U.S. Speaker Mike Johnson, who called for a House investigation to find out what was behind this and who did it. On the other hand, we have, for example, U.S. Congressman Thomas Massie, who said that, who actually called out the FBI and the Secret Services for their alleged investigation. He said in advance that it will not end up well because these are suspicious entities. So there are many voices right now coming out with their own beliefs and predictions about how this is going to be playing out. We still are waiting on more information. As was mentioned, as of now, it seems confirmed that the suspect is 20-year-old male from Pennsylvania, but we will still need to wait for more information.
Also, Lenka, could you tell us what exactly could this mean for the supporters, for the Donald Trump supporters? Does he come out as a stronger person for them, or how exactly is it that the public opinion or public view of him could possibly change from here?
Oh, this was a question for me. Definitely, I think he will come way stronger. As I mentioned, all these legal cases made Trump very, resilient, strong-looking. One can only imagine how much stress that has to be, have one legal case against you, let alone four. He had to appear every day in court and campaign at the same time. Thousands of media following him and blaming him. It's an extreme pressure. And on top of all this, he's getting assassinated. It's really insane. And I personally believe normal person wouldn't be able to go through it. And as Shashank pointed out, it's a huge contrast on the background of Biden. Biden is almost collapsing on a stage where everything is sort of served to him on a silver platter. He cannot talk, he cannot walk, and he unfortunately even cannot think well at this point. So this is a huge contrast, and I think it will support the existing fans of Trump, existing supporters, but it may also sway some of the independent, undecided people who are observing the situation until now and trying to make up their mind prior to November.
Right, I believe there's there's another update that we're getting at the moment. The big U.S. Security Service failure is what we're getting to know right now. The Secret Service failed to locate the shooter. Crowd saw the gunman first and then alerted the cops. So that's a big development. In fact, not the security forces, but it was indeed somebody from the crowd who first spotted the gunman, and then the security personnel were told about it. You can see witnesses were seen shouting, and you could also hear somebody from the crowd say that he's got a gun. Moments later, a shot rang out as well.
Stay over here.
He's going down!
Stay over here.
He's going down!
Stay over here.
He's going down!
Shashank, the more such details and such videos come out, the bigger the questions and the tougher the questions get for the security agencies, don't they? Shashank, if you could hear me, could you just tell me if the audio line is fine? Can you hear me?
Yeah, please go ahead. Can you ask the question again?
I was just saying that the more such videos come out, the more such videos surface and such details come to the fore, that of the cops being made aware of the incident by somebody in the crowd, the tougher the job becomes and the harder it is now for security agencies to be able to shift the blame anywhere else and just now perhaps be answerable even more and suffer the embarrassment perhaps.
Absolutely. Look, there is no, you can't put lipstick on a pig. This is absolutely seems like a security breach. A former president, a presidential candidate being attacked in this fashion. Grazing his right ear. That's very sensitive sort of situation to have happened, and absolutely there are going to be questions of security services. You already saw the Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives, Mike Johnson, who is also a Republican.